Of course, my grandparents are from India.
Torej, njegovi stari starši so iz Indije.
But I grew up in Amsterdam. I was born there.
On je bil rojen in je odraščal v Amsterdamu.
So, in terms of thinking and habits, and I'm very, very Dutch.
Torej, zelo nizozemski, kar se tiče razmišljanja in navad.
Right. So I studied medicine.
Študiral je medicino.
And while I was studying, I realized that this is not going to make me happy.
In že med študijem ugotovil, da ga to ne bo srečevalo.
So after finishing, I decided to go into science.
In ko je zaključil, se je odločil posvetiti znanosti.
So I did a lot of clinical research, and that ended up to be a PhD.
In naredil veliko kliničnih raziskav in iz tega tudi naredil doktorat.
And then the topic I was researching resulted into a technology.
Potem je tista tema, ki jo je raziskoval, pravzaprav vodila v neko vrsto tehnologijo.
And the university decided to spin it out into a company because, it was very...
In potem se je univerza odločila to spreobrniti v podjetje.
It had real commercial value.
Ker je bilo pač precej komercialne vrednosti v tem.
So currently I'm the clinical director of that company.
In torej v tem trenutku je klinični direktor tega podjetja.
Right, so completely different than what I set out to do, but...
Nekaj povsem drugačnega od tistega, kar je nameraval početi v življenju.
So while I was contemplating what to do with my life during my studies,
in ko je med študijem razmišljal, kaj bi naredil v svojem življenju,
I also decided to look into, the world of complementary healing, alternative healing.
Se je odločil, da se malo bolj poglobi v svet komplementarnega zdravljenja.
So I did lots of things.
In je pač počel veliko stvari.
I mean, from very conventional to very unconventional.
Od najbolj običajnih do najbolj neobičajnih.
But nothing really spoke to me until I found Pranic Healing.
Ampak dokler ni odkril praničnega zdravljenja, ga nič pravzaprav ni nagovorilo.
Because I'm of the opinion that since the universe is governed by laws,
Ker pač on verjame, da glede na to, da vesolju vladajo zakoni,
up to a certain level,
do neke mere,
I always felt that healing should also be governed by laws.
je imel tudi vedno občutek, da bi tudi zdravljenje moralo imeti zakone.
The dog is running around. It's okay, let him be. Or her. Her, she or she? He. So, as long as he doesn't drink from the bucket.
Naj ne pije, ste to, da ne bo pil dovolj.
So I always felt that it should be governed by laws as well, healing.
Torej tudi zdravljenju bi morali vladati zakoni.
So that when I did Pranic Healing, I felt like, here's a system where it doesn't matter whether person A or person B does the healing protocol.
Torej, ko je odkril pranično zdravljenje, je šlo pač za to, da ni bilo pomembno, ali oseba A ali oseba iz B izvaja
the outcome is the same.
Torej, rezultat je enak.
So to me, that is logical.
In to je za njega logično.
Right? I mean, in medicine, if you give a person a pill,
Torej, v medicini, če daš nekomu neko tableto,
in 80 to 90% of the cases, it has the same effect.
v 80 do 90% ima enak rezultat.
Depending on certain factors, DNA and all that stuff, but
Torej,
more or less,
od različnih faktorjev, od DNK in tako naprej, ampak večinoma ima enak rezultat.
yeah, so that's how my mind works, and Pranic Healing fit that profile.
Torej, na tak način njegov um deluje in pranično zdravljenje je tudi delovalo oziroma je nekako ustrezalo temu profilu.
No, that's okay. Let him walk around. So that's why I started doing it, that's why I started teaching it, and that's why I'm here.
Zato se je začel s tem ukvarjati, zato je začel to tudi poučevati in zato je pravzaprav danes tukaj.
Right? Because I see that there's definite benefit in doing it.
Zato, ker je pač ugotovil, da obstajajo res določene dobre plati tega zdravljenja.
Now, so I've been teaching now for almost 18 years.
Torej, to zdaj poučuje že skoraj 18 let.
Right? So in those 18 years, one thing is pretty much the same in every country.
Torej, v teh 18 letih je ugotovil, da je ena stvar, ki je več ali manj enaka v vseh deželah.
Pranic healers forget to do self-healing.
Torej, pranični zdravilci so tisti, ki pozabijo zdraviti sami sebe.
Right? I forget. So,
Torej vsi pozabimo.
right? So, and that's a real shame
Kar je v bistvu velika škoda.
because we learn all these beautiful techniques
Ker se pač naučimo teh lepih tehnik
and then we don't use them on ourselves.
in jih na sebi pravzaprav ne
You know, we're
uporabljamo.
healing on our family, our friends, our co-workers.
Torej z njimi pomagamo družini, prijateljem, sodelavcem.
We start healing practices, we earn money, you're doing it.
Celo imamo, zaslužimo denar s tem,
But when you're sick,
ampak ko sami zbolimo,
I'll just stay in bed.
bomo pač malo ležali.
That's a bit strange, right?
Malo je navadno, ne?
So today we're going to focus on self-healing
Zato se bomo danes osredotočili na samozdravljenje,
with the hopes
v upanju,
that you are motivated to do it more,
da vas to motivira, da boste večkrat počeli.
right? So that you remember, oh, this feels good.
Zato, da se boste spomnili, da aha, ok, to je dober občutek,
I should do this more,
da je treba bolj pogosto delati.
right? So that's my hope.
Torej to upa, da se vas bo prijel,
Just to sell self-healing to you.
da boste malo delali na sebi.
Good plan?
Je dober plan?
Yeah. So even if you're not sick, it's good to do self-healing for maintenance.
Torej, tudi če niste bolni, je zelo fajn, da v namen vzdrževanja dobrega stanja delate samo
Your
zdravje.
car needs maintenance, right?
Torej, tudi vaše telo potrebuje, da skrbite zanj, ne?
You know, all kinds of machines need maintenance.
Tukaj da ostale, recimo, mašine oziroma stroji.
Your phone requires updates,
Tudi na telefonu morate kakšno posodobitev dati.
right? So your body also needs maintenance,
Zato tudi vaše telo to potrebuje.
right? It's in a certain sense a machine,
Na nekem nivoju je tudi vaše telo stroj.
right? Machines can break,
In tudi stroji se lahko pokvarjajo.
right? So it's good to have some maintenance.
Zato je fajn, da ga malo vzdržujete.
So now in your body you have organs,
Torej, v svojem telesu imate organe,
and you have a few major organs that are very important to health and well-being.
imate tudi nekaj pomembnejših organov, ki skrbijo za vaše zdravje.
First one is your lungs.
Torej, prva so vaša pljuča.
So your lungs are pretty big. They start here at the top of the shoulder, go all the way down till the lowest rib.
Ki so precej velika, se pravi, grejo gor od ramen pa vse dol do spodnjega rebra.
And from the center of your chest to the side.
In od sredine vašega prsnega koša do strani.
They're pretty big.
Torej, precej velika so, ne?
Now when you inhale, the lungs, they absorb the oxygen from the air you breathe.
Torej, ko vdihnemo, pravzaprav naša pljuča vsrkajo zrak iz okolice.
They expel CO2.
In potem gre ven dioksid.
And when you exhale, CO2 is expelled.
Noter gre kisik, ven gre ogljikov dioksid.
Right? So that happens like a thousand times a day, or
Torej,
thousands
to
of
se na
times a day.
tisočkrat zgodi na dan, ne?
So you don't think about it, but the lungs are very, very important for not only the oxygen, but also maintaining the acid balance in your body.
Torej, mi ne razmišljamo o tem, ampak to se da se dogaja. Pljuča so zelo pomembna tudi za vzdrževanje vrednosti kislosti v telesu.
Together with the kidneys.
Torej, skupaj z ledvicami.
Yeah, we'll talk about the kidneys later.
O tem bomo malo kasneje.
Right? But they're very, very important.
Ampak so pljuča zelo pomembna.
So it's good to keep them in good health.
Zato je tudi fajn, da skrbite, da so dobrega zdravja.
Now, you've often heard that these organs, they need to be detoxified.
Torej, pogosto tudi slišimo, da je treba te organe razstrupljati.
Now, medically speaking, that is a bit of nonsense.
Zdravstveno gledano je to malo bedarija.
Sorry. The organs are more than capable of, cleaning themselves up.
Organi so večinoma sposobni sami sebe čistiti.
You have many systems in the body that take care of that.
V telesu imamo veliko sistemov, ki ravno za to skrbijo.
So what do they mean by this?
Torej, kaj mislijo s temi besedami?
What is meant is that you know that thoughts, emotions, they have a energetic component, right?
Torej, tudi misli in čustva imajo energijsko komponento.
So what is meant by it is that certain thoughts, certain emotions tend to build in certain organs.
In na tak način se pravzaprav nalagajo v določenih organih.
So when you scan the organ
In ko poskanirate organe,
and it is congested or depleted,
in če ugotovite, da je en organ preobremenjen oziroma da ima pomanjkanje,
it has accumulated certain thought or emotional energies.
to pomeni, da so se tam nabrale določene misli oziroma čustvene energije.
So when you start a fast,
In ko se začnete postiti,
you actually are not physically cleansing the organ.
pravzaprav ne čistite organa fizično, ne?
You are just giving your body some time and energy
Ampak dajete samo svojemu telesu nekaj časa in energije,
to process these emotional and mental energies.
da bi sprocesiral te energije.
Yeah? That's why you feel so good after.
Zato se potem v bistvu toliko bolj
It's
počutite.
not that the organ is cleaner physically speaking,
Ni organ fizično gledano čistejši,
right? But it's cleaner energetically speaking.
ampak energijsko.
Right? So that's what is meant by detoxifying.
Torej to pomeni pravzaprav razstrupljanje.
Right? So it's about the thoughts, about the emotions.
Torej gre bolj za misli in za čustva.
So, with regards to the lungs,
Kar se tiče pljuč,
psychologically speaking, from a pranic healing perspective,
z vidika praničnega zdravljenja in psihološkega vidika,
the lungs are connected to giving and receiving.
so pljuča povezana z dajanjem in prejemanjem.
Right? So when giving is connected to exhalation,
Torej dajanje je povezano z izdihom,
receiving is connected to inhalation.
prejemanje pa z vdihom.
Right? So ailments that have to do with giving and receiving are usually affecting the lungs.
Zato tudi tiste težave, ki so povezane z dajanjem in prejemanjem, pravzaprav potem vplivajo na pljuča.
Right? Asthmatic diseases,
Recimo astma,
but also diseases where lung tissues gets lost.
ali pa karkoli, pri čemer recimo tkivo odmera v pljučih.
Yeah? So they have trouble exhaling.
Ti ljudje imajo težave z izdihanjem.
Right? And asthmatic diseases, they have trouble inhaling.
Pri astmi težko vdihavajo.
Right? So they're connected with giving and receiving.
Torej to je vse povezano z dajanjem in prejemanjem.
So when you clean the lungs,
Torej ko počistimo pljuča,
you might, if you do it on a regular basis, you might perceive that your thoughts about giving and receiving start to change.
torej če to redno delate, lahko potem tudi opazite, da se vaše misli tiče sprejemanja in dajanja v bistvu spreminjajo.
Yeah? So a lot of people, they have difficulty receiving.
In veliko ljudi težko sprejema.
So when they do something nice for someone,
In ko naredijo recimo nekaj lepega za nekoga
and the person, oh, how can I repay you?
in tista oseba vpraša, kako naj se
No.
zahvalim,
It's fine, don't worry.
je že v redu.
And then they say, I don't want anything.
In potem rečejo, ne želim ničesar.
What do you think happens when you say, I don't want anything?
Kaj se zgodi, ko rečemo, ne želim ničesar?
You're blocking it, right?
Vse blokirate, ne?
You're blocking the energy coming back to you.
Blokirate to energijo, ki bi morala priti nazaj k vam.
But you've learned the law of karma, right?
Saj ste se učili o karmi, ne?
What you sow.
Torej,
You
tisto,
will
kar
reap.
seješ, to žanješ.
So you've done healing for someone,
Torej, če naredite zdravljenje za nekoga,
you have sown good health,
ste vi pravzaprav sejali
Happiness.
dobro zdravje, srečo,
relaxation.
sproščenost.
And then you say, I don't want anything back.
In potem rečete, ne želim ničesar nazaj.
So then the universe,
In potem vesolje,
what happens when there's a vacuum somewhere?
kaj se zgodi, ko je nekje nek vakuum,
The universe tries to fill it up, right?
in ga vesolje skuša zapolniti, ne?
Right? The universe likes things to be
Vesolje ima rado stvari, ki so nekako v ravnovesju,
equilibrium.
ki so enakomerne.
So the moment you say, I don't want anything,
Torej, trenutko, ko rečete, da ničesar ne želite,
then the universe goes like, hey, wait,
potem pač vesolje reče, pa počakaj.
you gave,
Dal si,
but you don't want to receive.
ampak nočeš dobiti nazaj.
A problem, right?
To je pač težava.
So that keeps happening. So at one point you've built up a deficit.
In če se to ves čas dogaja, ste na neki točki, pravzaprav imate veliko pomanjkanje.
The universe says, wow, there's so much to give you, but you don't want it.
In vesolje reče, to ti imamo zadati, ti pa tega nočeš. Ne?
What to do now?
Kaj naj s tem?
Oh. So then you might develop a problem with your lungs that you have trouble inhaling.
In
Allergies.
potem se vam lahko zgodi, da imate težave z pljuči,
Who has allergies?
z vdihavanjem, z alergijami.
There you go. Now, when you have allergies, think,
Torej pri alergijah mislite manj, ne?
do I have some ideas about the concept of receiving?
Skušajte pravzaprav ugotoviti, če imate kakšne koncepte, kar se tiče sprejemanja oziroma dobivanja.
You have to seriously consider your thoughts, right?
Razmislite o svojih mislih.
Do I always say, oh, it's okay, it's okay?
A vedno rečete, že v redu.
Right? When someone gives you a gift, do you feel guilty?
Ko vam nekdo da darilo, a se počutite
You
krive.
have to seriously look at it, right?
To morate res resno pogledati.
Why is the allergy there?
Zakaj je pač ta alergija
Right? So
sploh?
you have to seriously think about it. Right? So when you start cleaning your lungs, you will notice that your thoughts about giving and receiving, they start to change.
Torej, ko si začnete čistiti pljuča, potem opazite, da se vaše razmišljanje o dajanju in sprejemanju spreminja.
Right? So that's the side effect.
To je pač stranski učinek.
Right? Is it clear how this works?
Je jasno, kako to deluje?
So the other organ we're going to work on is the liver.
Torej, še eno organ, na katerem bomo delali, so jetra.
Now your liver is responsible for many chemical processes in your body.
Ki so odgovorna za veliko kemijskih procesov v telesu.
It makes sure that your body has basically pretty much everything it needs.
Torej, v bistvu poskrbijo, da ima vaše telo vse, kar potrebuje.
Right? It's also a storage unit for certain vitamins, for certain energy,
Skladišče za določene
producing
vitamine,
molecules.
proizvaja molekule.
Right? So it has a lot of functions.
Torej, ima veliko funkcij.
Now the liver is closely connected to the solar plexus.
Povezane so pa tudi s solarnim pleksusom.
Now, for the ones that have done psychotherapy, you know what the solar plexus does.
Tisti, ki ste bili na psihoterapiji, tudi veste, kaj solarni pleksus počne.
Solar plexus is connected to
Povezan je z čustvi. Emotions.
lower emotions.
Nižjimi
Yes.
čustvi, ja.
So emotions like anger,
Torej, jeza, recimo,
hatred,
sovraštvo,
irritation,
ziritiranost,
frustration,
če ste
sadness,
zmedeni, žalostni,
depression,
depresivni,
but also courage,
ampak tudi pogumni,
perseverance,
vztrajnost,
go-getting attitude,
tisti vidik, da morate iti pa nekaj narediti,
ambition.
ambicije.
Yeah? So people that really want to get something, they have good solar plexuses.
Torej, ljudje, ki pač grejo na pijo nekaj, te ljudi imajo zelo dober solarni
Good.
pleksus.
Good solar plexus is good for you.
Torej, to je tako dobro za vas.
The problem is that when things start to become, for instance, irritation or frustration builds,
Torej, težava je v tem, da ko se ta čustva kopičijo,
it starts to affect the liver.
lahko to vpliva na jetra.
So in the Netherlands, they've got a saying that if you build up on negativity, they say you have something on your liver.
Torej, tudi na Nizozemskem rečejo, da če pač se vam nekaj kopiči, recimo neka iritiranost, da imate nekaj na jetrih. Mi tudi rečemo, da nam gre kdo na jetra.
Something similar here?
We have something similar, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So there you go. So old folk wisdom, but it's
Torej,
true.
to so stare modrosti, ampak držijo. Ne?
So interestingly enough, people that have a lot of stress, they usually get, one of the symptoms may be that their cholesterol gets off, right?
Torej, ljudje, ki so zelo pod stresom, imajo običajno vsaj enega od simptomov, da z njihovim holesterolom nekaj ni v redu.
So which organ is in charge of your cholesterol?
In kater organ za to skrbi?
Your liver,
Jetra, ne?
right? Gallbladder problems, right?
Ali pa težave z žolčem.
Liver, right? So it all is connected to whatever is happening on the solar plexus.
Torej, vse to je povezano s tistim, kar se dogaja na solarnem
So
pleksu.
all that stuff gets stored on your liver, all that energy gets stored on your liver.
Vse to, vključno s to energijo, se vam kopiči na jetrih.
And your liver is trying to clean it up for you.
In jetra se sicer trudijo, da bi to za vas počistila,
Of course, if you keep building it,
ampak če vi to ves čas nalagate,
at one point the liver says, oh, I give up.
bodo jetra na eni točki obupali.
And that point is usually the point when disease sets in.
In to so običajno točke, na katerih se pojavi bolezen.
So the moment you start cleaning your liver on a regular basis,
Torej, ko začnete redno čistiti jetra,
you will notice you feel happier.
boste bili srečnejši, veselejši,
You feel more peaceful.
bolj mirni,
You are more able to let things go.
lažje boste spustili stvari.
It's okay, whatever.
Je že v redu.
Oh, you want to play company politics? It's fine. Right? I'll just work around you. Right, so your liver is very important for mental peace, emotional peace.
Torej, vaša jetra so zelo pomembna za vaš čustven, duševni mir.
So sometimes when you clean your liver, you can sense that the energy has a certain quality.
Torej, včasih, ko čistite jetra, lahko pri kakšni energiji začutite določeno lastnost oziroma
With your liver, it's very tangible.
pri jetrih je zelo občutljiva. No? Je zelo
So sometimes you start cleaning it and your fingertips start hurting.
Torej, včasih, ko čistite, imate občutek, da vas prsti bolijo. Že.
Well, that energy is then probably very intense.
Ta energija je verjetno zelo intenzivna. Zelo
That
močna.
usually has to do with anger or, deep-seated irritation or frustration.
Običajno je to neka zelo huda jeza ali pa neka zelo globoka ziritiranost.
Sometimes the energy feels very sticky,
Včasih je
like
lepljivo
glue.
kot nek lepilo.
That sometimes has to do with deep-seated fear.
To je strah običajno.
Right? So you can, by the quality of the energy, you can deduct, okay, it's probably something in this direction.
Torej, glede na to, kakšna je ta energija, lahko tudi majčkeno opazujete, s čim je povezana.
Right? So you can ask, could there be something to do with anger?
Lahko malo sklepate in vprašate, ali je to mogoče kaj povezano z jezo, z irritiranostjo.
Don't say you have irritation.
Ne reči nekomu, ali vi ste pa ziritirani.
We don't diagnose in Pranic Healing.
V praničnem zdravljenju ne diagnosticiramo.
But you can ask, is there maybe some irritation in your life?
Ampak lahko vprašate.
If they explode, you
Zdaj, če eksplodirajo, vam bo vse jasno.
But also for yourself, you know, every day the energy of your liver will feel different,
Ampak tudi za vas same, vsak dan bo vaša energija malo drugačna.
depending on your day.
Glede na to, kakšen dan imate sestavljen.
So you can say, well, how does my liver feel?
Torej, lahko preverite, kako se vaša jedra počutijo.
Tough day.
Hud dan je bil.
Right. Okay, so then there are your kidneys.
Torej, potem pa še ledvice.
Oh, sorry, your liver is, by the way, from the pit of your stomach all the way to the back here.
Torej, tudi vaša jedra so zelo velika,
Right?
tole nekje na sredi trebuha pa do zadaj,
It's
ne?
very big.
Velika so.
Right? If you drink a lot of heavy alcohol, it becomes bigger.
Torej, če veliko pijete, so še malo večje.
If you eat a lot of fatty food, it becomes bigger.
Če jeste veliko maščobe, potem so še malo večje.
So then the kidneys. So if you take your main, it's on the sides.
Torej, tam, kjer imate main, ob straneh so ledvice,
Yeah, so the back of your navel.
torej zadaj za popkom, na straneh.
So your kidneys, they clean the blood of all kinds of waste products.
One v bistvu čistijo kri, se pravi, odstranjujejo vse stvari, ki jih kri ne potrebuje.
Right? They make sure that all the salts and sugars are balanced.
Skrbijo, da se uravnava vas cukor, vsa sol, ki je v vas.
Yeah. So even if whatever is too much, they just filter out and you pee it out.
In česar koli imate preveč, to pač sfiltrirajo in vi to
Those are the real detoxifiers.
In ledvica so tista prava razstrupljevalna.
All kinds of stuff that you don't need, they filter out and you pee it out.
Cel kup stvari pač, ki jih ne potrebujete, jih polulate.
Right? So you need to be kind to your kidneys.
Zato boste prijazni do svojih ledvic.
Now, the problem is that the kidneys also contain two glands, a gland on top.
Torej, ledvice imajo na vrhu tudi vsaka svojo žlezo.
These are called the adrenal glands.
So torej nadledvične žleze.
Ad means on, or
Torej ad pomeni nad.
yeah, so the gland on the kidney. That's the literal
Torej
translation.
dobesedno je to pač žleza na ledvici. Ne?
Yeah. So that adrenal gland produces a few hormones. One of them is adrenaline.
Torej, te žleze proizvajajo določene hormone, eden med njimi je adrenalin.
So in the Stone Age,
Torej, v kameni dobi.
that hormone was very important because if you see a saber-toothed tiger coming at you,
Je bil to zelo pomemben hormon, zato ker če se vam je približal nek sabesti tiger,
right? It produces a load of adrenaline and it gives you the power to run very, very fast.
vam je pač ta žleza dala cel kup energije zaradi adrenalina in ste lahko zelo fajn tekli.
Yeah, or find a large piece of wood and stand and fight.
Ali pa našel nek velik kos lesa in se celo boril.
Yeah, or both.
Ali pa boje.
Right? So that's what adrenaline does to you.
Torej, to je tisto, kar adrenalin naredi.
So it's a very good hormone to have.
Zelo fajn je imeti ta hormon.
The problem is that in these days, stress
Težava je pa v tem, da v današnjih dneh stres
causes the same response.
v bistvu sproži enak odziv.
Right? So when you feel like, oh, I need to hurry,
Torej, ko imate občutek, da morate res nujno pohiteti,
your body translates that as, oh, I need to fight or flight.
torej vaše telo to spremeni v beg ali boj.
Right? And it releases adrenaline.
In takrat se sprosti adrenalin.
Right? So when that happens, you become, alert, strong, your muscles in your body become a little bit stronger.
Torej, ko se to zgodi, ste vi zelo budni, zelo ste pozorni, zelo močni ste, celo vaše mišice so močnejše.
But if you don't take time to relax
Ampak če se ne vzamete časa, da se potem tudi sprostite,
and lower the levels of adrenaline,
da se ta adrenalin spet malo zniža,
at one point your body cannot maintain this level of alertness.
Torej na eni točki, če se ne sprostite, vaše telo ne zmore več nekako vzdrževati tega nivoja pripravljenosti.
And you start to feel tired and exhausted.
In potem ste utrujeni.
And at one point, your body cannot cope anymore, and that's when you get burnout.
In potem, ko telo tega več ne prenese, izgorite.
So, you need to clean your kidneys on a regular basis
Zato treba tudi ledvice redno čistiti,
for them to relax. Ah, yes.
da se lahko malo sprostiti.
I don't need to produce all these hormones anymore.
Torej ni mi treba toliko teh hormonov,
I can relax.
da se lahko malo sprosti.
So whenever you feel the kidneys, when, sometimes you heal the kidney and the energy feels very dense,
Torej včasih, če čistite ledvice in je energija zelo gosta,
then you know that, oh wow, I've been stressed.
veste, da ste bili pač pod stresom.
Right? So when you start cleaning it, you feel yourself relaxing. Like, oh,
In že ko jih začnete čistiti, čutite, kako se sprošča.
like you've been on a holiday.
Kot da bi bili na počitnicah.
But of course, then you have to pack and take a flight and then stressed again.
Ampak tisto vam ne pomaga, zato ko morate itak pakirati, pa potem iti na avion, pa ste potem pod
Right?
stresom.
So clean your kidneys, much more effective.
Tako da veliko bolj učinkovito je, če si malo ledvice čistite.
Right? Clear?
Je to jasno?
So those are the three most important: the lungs, the liver, and the kidneys.
Torej, to so tri najpomembnejši organi, se pravi pljuča, jetra in ledvice.
Right? Then we have the intestines.
Potem imamo pa še črevo.
Now, your intestines their main job is to actually take whatever you eat and drink
Torej, vzamejo vse tisto, kar mi pijemo in spijemo,
and absorb any nutrients that are in there
vsrkajo vse tiste hranine, ki so,
and distribute them mainly to the liver.
in jih pošlje vse v jetra.
And the liver will process everything and then it gets distributed.
Jetra pa to sprocesirajo in to razdelijo.
Yeah? So again, liver.
Spet jetra, ne?
Right? So whenever you eat stuff that is not good for you,
Torej, kadarkoli jemo karkoli, kar ni dobro za nas,
well, the liver gets the brunt of it.
potem v bistvu najbolj trpijo jetra.
But your intestines will also start to get stressed.
Ampak na podoben način se tudi črevo nekako je pod stresom.
Right? So especially when you have elevated stress levels and your liver is, also a bit upset,
Torej, še posebej, če ste pod stresom in so vaša jetra malo vznemirjena,
it starts affecting your intestines.
to začne vplivati potem tudi na vaše črevesje.
And then because of that, they start to become weaker at absorbing things.
In zato pač tudi malo slabše vsrkavajo vse tisto, kar jim
So
diši.
then you'll start noticing that certain foods you cannot handle anymore,
In potem ugotovite, da določene hrane pravzaprav ne smete več jesti,
or they give you problems.
ker imate težave z njim.
Right? So when you clean your intestines, you may start feeling certain emotions coming up.
In ko si počistite črevesje, lahko tudi čutite, kako se vam določena druga čustva dvigajo. Ne?
Well, it's good to then deal with those emotions,
In spet je fajn, da se z njimi soočite.
right? So you need to work on those.
Zato morate tudi na njih delati.
And then when you work on those emotions, you will notice that these foods, you will have less problems with them.
In ko se v bistvu res lotite soočanja s temi čustvi, potem tudi vidite, da imate manj težav s črevesjem.
Yeah?
S to hrano.
So when the intestines and the liver are greatly affected, you will start getting migraines. It's a common thing.
In če recimo imate težave z jetri in s črevesjem, potem imate lahko tudi migren.
So you need to really thoroughly clean your intestines, your liver.
Zato morate tudi zelo fajn počistiti torej jetra in črevesje.
Skin problems,
Težave s kožo,
mostly connected to your liver.
večinoma povezane z jetri.
Right? Migraines, headaches,
Migrene, boli,
liver, intestines.
jetra, črevesje.
And at one point your kidneys will also join.
In potem se na eni točki pridružijo še ledvice.
Right? So for a whole host of ailments,
Torej za cel kup težav
you can bring it back to the organs.
jih lahko najdete, da izvirajo v teh.
Now, what we do in Pranic Healing is we focus on the chakras.
Torej v praničnem zdravljenju se osredotočimo pravzaprav na čakre.
By healing the chakras, the organs start to normalize.
In ko pač se lotimo dela na čakrah,
But sometimes
se torej tudi organi znormalizirajo.
Sometimes the organs are so affected, you also need to clean and energize them separately.
Včasih so pa organi že tako na udaru, da morate tudi njih posebej počistiti in jih
So
dovesti.
tonight we're going to detoxify ourselves
Torej danes se bomo mi razstrupljali,
mentally and emotionally
čustveno in duševno,
by cleaning the organs.
in bomo čistili organe.
Sounds like a good idea.
Se vam zdi to fajn ideja?
Good. So you have a bucket, you have a spray.
Torej imate svoja vedrca
We're going to do it step by step.
in bomo to počeli korak za korakom.
Don't worry about it.
Torej brez skrbi.
Do we need a bathroom break or?
A bi šel domov, preden gremo naprej? A ste v redu?